Hey, this is Chris Randall of RealRawResults.com, and I had a request to show exactly how I lay out my fruit for ripening, where I store it, what I do with it, and where it all goes after I buy it, and how you get on your ripening cycle. So, today we're going to show that to you. We'll start in this closet up here. I apologize for the poor lighting, but that's what I got. Alright. So we're starting off up here. This closet smells so good. This is in my room here, my favorite spot in the house. Don't know how well you can see that, but I got a shelf lined with organic kite mangoes from California. Some of the best mangoes you will ever have. And these shelves here, actually my mother bought me these shelves. I think they're steel. She paid a lot more than I would have for them. You know, I'm a little bit more into a simple setup, so I would have just gone down to a thrift shop and got some cheap shelves, whatever I need. There's 5 shelving units on it. But either way, use what you got, or ask if you can buy someone used from someone else. So, got a shelf here, got more mangoes in the boxes here. And what I do is I keep the mangoes in the boxes they come in, as you can see. Boxes they came in, and store them in there, and that way the bars, they don't bruise the mangoes as much. And as you can see up here, what I did is I just lined it with a towel, and that helps a lot. More mangoes in there, more mangoes in there, mangoes, mangoes. As you can see, I don't like mangoes at all. More mangoes ripening up. Got a plantain and a couple persimmons ripening up there. Got just about polished off that bag of bananas there. Bananas ripening up there. They should be ripe. On the bottom they're a little more ripe. They should be ripe within 3-4 days or so. No worries, I got some more dates and plenty of mangoes. Got more dates in the fridge since I burned through that box of bananas. But then from there we have, I took these out. Actually what I do is I just stack up my other boxes of fruit. And so that's another advantage of keeping your boxes, is you can just stack up the fruit. So we got some beautiful organic persimmons ripening up here. These are the Fuyu variety. They're a non-astringent variety, which means you can eat them relatively hard, but I prefer to let them ripen up until they're just like about to fall apart in your hands. They're absolutely incredible that way. More persimmons there. As you can see, an avocado that I plan on eating with my dinner tonight. More persimmons there. Kitty's meowing at me. She wanted to be in the video too, that's cool. But, so, plenty of persimmons, and as you can see, that's a lot of fruit to have on hand at one time. But a lot of this isn't ready to eat yet. You know, so that's why you always want to have plenty of fruit around, because a lot of that fruit is ripe, especially the mangoes on the top. But those persimmons, for example, someone's trying to take my attention. But those persimmons, you know, they're a little ways off yet, so they're just hanging out there, you know, getting ready, waiting to be ripe. So, and what I do is the mangoes that are more ripe, they go to the top, or the ones that I want to ripen up quicker, they go to the top, and as you go down, they get less and less ripe, or the newer ones that I buy. And heat rises, so they'll ripen faster if they're on the top shelf. So, easy. Things like that. And I have, there, since you wanted to say hi so bad. Alright, so over here we have just some what's left over of some local organic tomatoes I got from the farmer's market. Definitely end of the season, no more tomatoes after this. Some more tomatoes in there. Tomatoes, some other stuff, tomatoes. And so that's my backup shelf. And I use that, especially in the summer when I have a lot of stone fruit like peaches, nectarines, things like that, and melons as well. So it's good to stack them up that way. I have those 2 shelves. Like I said, you can probably find some that are very similar, relatively inexpensive. My mom probably paid like $30 or $40 a piece for the shelves. I wouldn't have spent that much, but they're still good shelves. So that really comes in handy for me, especially because I have an incredibly small room. This is my room here. And it helps with those shelves to stack versus lay all out. So it really helps for a space saving hint, especially if you're living in an apartment or living with someone else. So most of this is, or just about all of it, is organic except for a couple of the persimmons and the plantain. But you know, I'm fortunate in my area, and in all honesty, this is not an area to get that's big on organic at all. But just about any reasonably sized supermarket in anyone's area, you should be able to order in bulk organic produce. Just don't go talk to your grocer and ask, hey, can I get a 40-pound case of organic bananas, and since I'm buying in bulk, would you be able to cut a price off for me? And just about every time they'd be willing to do that. And if you can't get organic, I would definitely, the second best is just getting enough calories from any fruits and vegetables that you have access to. You know, for me though, I have no problem paying a little bit extra to get the quality of fruits and vegetables that I want. I put my priority on my health and feeling good and being able to contribute to myself, my family, my friends, other loved ones, and the planet and animals. So it's just like wanting to live a really, you know, full-fledged, full steam ahead, damn the torpedoes life when you're putting the cheapest fuel you can in your tank. You want to really live life to the fullest, you got to pay for the premium. And that doesn't mean you have to pay extra all the time, but do whatever it takes to find the best quality fuel that you can to live your high energy, productive life of contribution. So that's what I got right now. Today's Thursday, the 3rd of November. Beautiful autumn day out, early winter day out. And that's what I got so far. We'll be picking up some more stuff this weekend. For now, that's how you lay out your produce, or one way you can lay out your produce. Stack them up. Those persimmons, as I mentioned, those were just taken out to show you guys what it is. I'll close those boxes up of the mangoes, and I'll just stack those up and leave them that way. We just stack the boxes and make sure the fruit's not getting squished. So no one likes smushed fruit. That's the technical term. But there you are, guys. To show you exactly how to do it. We're getting into the details now. You can have the basics. Okay, go get enough fruit. This is how you manage it. This is how you make sure there's enough fruit around at all times. I'd rather buy extra fruit and throw it in the compost. It's not really a waste of money. It just goes to feed the worms, feeds Mother Earth again. It's never a waste. It's all about how you, not what your frame of mind is. But I'd rather throw fruit in the compost than not have enough fruit around, because that sucks. Just have enough ripe fruit around at all times. Always have fruit ripening at all times, so you always have ripe fruit at the same time you have unripe fruit that is in the process of ripening. So that by the time you eat the rest of your ripe fruit, that fruit that wasn't ripe before is going to be ripe now. So sweet, juicy, rockin', rollin'. See you next time.